Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. Today we're going to be focusing on the new moon in Virgo, that the peak of this new moon is going to be happening on September 2nd at about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course we're already in that moon's energy and it will last for a few days after the peak as well. So today we're going to take a look at how it's impacting twin flame journey. What does it mean for each of the twins? What opportunities do we have to manifest and to set intentions for? Because all new moons are about intention setting. It's about bringing something new to your life, right? Or bringing a different quality of something to your life. There is, of course, certain art, certain skill to manifesting what you want, or rather what you need, right? We're saying that there is something that you want, that is your plan or your desire, and there's also God's plan, or the universe's plan for you, and it's usually it's always a better one than what you have. So it's important, even in the wording that you use, to be open to that. You're attracting something that is for your highest good at this time. Hope you appreciate. Got a little bit of Ukrainian / Polish accessories going on today. Just in the mood for something ethnic and something different in general. I'll probably be wearing more of the headwear in the coming weeks because I'm just doing a lot of revision of what I have and organizing myself and coming up with new images in general and specifically with accessories. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I'm preparing a new backdrop to put up for the month of September, so stay tuned. And last but not least, I have recorded the episode of Mindfully Awake about finding your life purpose through Ikigai and some other methods and thoughts. It's available. You can actually, the easiest way to find the link is in the community tab. There was an issue with the live stream yesterday and we had to kind of restart it. So the original link I shared wasn't valid in like 10 minutes. So because we had to set up a new live stream, but I have updated the link with the recorded version. So it's up to date, you can follow it and you can watch that show. I'm giving you practical advice with an actual Ikigai exercise and how to approach it. Whew. All right, let's get started. I decided to pick the Angels and Ancestors deck for the Oracle message today. I feel like it's important to hear from the ancestors about this. And another thing that I think I've mentioned in a few videos already, but it could have been horoscopes of September because that's what I'm busy with these days, is that, of course, the Virgo is all about details and practicality, right? It's about your everyday routine, it's about your habits, it's about you taking care of your health, right? So these would be the topics to pay special attention to, right? To bring in more of that health and wellness, to see how you want to change your habits, create a new habit, quit some kind of unhealthy habit or addiction or obsessive compulsive disorder, whatever it is, right? Those are really great topics for Virgo to help with. And another part of the message that I'm getting for this new moon in Virgo specifically is that, especially as we're getting closer and closer to the eclipse season that will start mid-September, there is a feeling that we are like well on our way in our goals, in reaching our whatever joy, happiness, whatever that goal was there, right? Whatever it's connected to. But there's still some stuff that we can do to facilitate it, to accelerate it, and to ensure the success, right? So this is about those things that may be little but equally important. So let's start with a message for Divine Feminines watching. What do Divine Feminines need to know for this new moon? Stag, trust and thrive. I will read it. I actually haven't gotten this card before, but trust is definitely a new moon energy. Because if you think tarot-wise, the major arcana row starts with the Fool, so that's the very beginning, card 0, and it ends with the World, which is card 21. right? So full moon is like when it's at the world aspect of it, right? So that kind of is the correspondence of closing the cycle, of releasing, of learning, and learning by drawing conclusions, right? Taking in wisdom. And the Fool is that very beginning, and that's the new moon energy. That's the very start, when we may not know a lot, right? Or we may feel foolish trying something new, but that's exactly the energy to bring in. And it's also an energy of trust in the universe, right? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, or like in the classical Fool, like I have this image here, you know, like the Fool has like a little bit of stuff with him, and he has no idea where he's going. He's actually on a cliff here. But after tarot, he's already hanging from the cliff, right? And it seems like in this moment, it seems like, oh, that's danger, right? He's gonna walk right off the cliff. But in the after tarot, you actually see that under this cliff, like there is, it's not really a cliff, there is like more ground here. And it's easy to kind of like jump off the cliff and continue the road. There's nothing scary there. So the Fool is about trusting, even when you don't know what this is about, where you're going, are you going to be successful, but putting in trust is key. Okay, let's see what we have with this tag. I don't even know. It's very interesting. This book is not, it has sections, let's put it that way. So ideally I should also know which section this is in. Got it. You have an opportunity to thrive. So I mean, it's probably going to be a longer reading, but actually I'm not sorry, no regrets. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you're willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence. And their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive. Onwards and upwards. All right. So trust your power, trust your gifts, and keep going. Keep calm and carry on, like they say in the UK. Can't believe it's only 3 weeks till my travel. It's actually less than 3 weeks now. It's gonna be exciting. And it's less than 2 weeks, well, exactly 2 weeks to my dance show. For masculines, let me know if you'd like me to share it here. There's definitely gonna be something on Instagram if you're following me there, for sure. I'm still a little hesitant about YouTube, but if you guys want to see my dance, it's gonna be a really beautiful number. It's gonna be a foxtrot and a rumba, and actually has a kind of a light worker theme to it too, so let me know. For masculines, we have the card Druid, hold the space. This is the Hermit card to me, and this is very much Virgo energy, right? Holding space, the Hermit, the Druid, right? It's about, sometimes it's about being, it's about holding a certain vibration, right? And in this way, you're helping yourself, you're helping events unfold around you in a naturally high vibrational way, right? And it sounds easy because it doesn't require action, but it's actually harder than it would seem, you know, because our brain keeps overthinking. It throws us into emotional responses. We keep being worried about this, about that. Oh, this is really important for me. Yeah, I'm worried about it now. It's hard to just let it go and just fly with it. So we'll do a 6-card read. The first question for both twins is going to be, what is this new moon bringing in? What is it helping us start or progress with? The second one is going to be, what is the potential outcome on the other side? And the third one is going to be, how is it helping the connection? And specifically feminines and masculines in terms of, let's just say in terms of love, right? Because if you guys are with a soulmate and you understand that it's not your twin, but this is the person you've chosen and you committed to, then it works just the same. Page of Swords, bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is about being curious and listening rather than talking. Very interesting, but it also makes sense because we're still in the shadow time of the Mercury retrograde. It's officially over, but until September 12th, there is still shadow period when we're still pretty much in the listening mode and we pay attention so much to everything around us. It's important that we do. Let me get some clarifiers. I'm going with the Dream Keepers deck for the main reading, the main deck, and then clarifications are gonna come from Right Away Tarot. King of Cups. Yeah, so this is holding space and listening with empathy. This is taking in. This is, you know, it's like there is a term active listening where you're listening, but you're kind of like you're an active participant, even if you're not actually doing something, but you know, you're not drifting off. You're like actively empathizing with what's happening, and you can then support the dialogue. This is what I'm talking about. So feminines, what is this new moon allowing you to bring in to manifest? Four of Pentacles, clarified by Queen of Wands. So this is the ability to take your time, to not give too much too soon, right? A lot of times, especially as empaths, we overgive or we commit too soon, and if it's a relationship, for example, or even a business enterprise, whatever it is. We get excited or we feel insecure, we don't want to lose the opportunity, so we commit. And we want to make sure that it's secure, you know, that it's not going to break. So a lot of times that means that we start overgiving. Some people start manipulating the situation. That could be the disintegrated side of the Queen of Wands. But kind of like making a point, right? Like making the agenda clear, but in a way that the other person feels like, the other person feels like this has to, you know, to keep going, right? This cannot stop, cannot be over. So whatever it is, this is the ability to not have to rush to play the game, even if you feel like you're forced to play the game, like you're playing in response to somebody else's game, right? Like, no, this is like taking your time, balancing things out. I actually like this Four of Pentacles so much because a lot of times it's about holding back and not opening up, but it can actually have that positive connotation where you see, like, and you feel the energy of the dynamic, right? You see how things are unfolding and you're not in a rush. If you see that the other person is taking time and they are not ready to commit or to fully open to you, then you don't have to do it either, right? And it's actually beneficial to kind of like keep some distance until you see how things unfold naturally. First of all, it's going to be more natural that way. And secondly, you won't get your heart broken unnecessarily, you know, because that can happen if we commit too quickly and it turns out the other person wasn't ready for that. For masculines, we have Four of Cups, clarified by Two of Wands. So we actually saw Four of Cups yesterday in the reading. It was a muse in that deck, if you remember. It was like a mermaid near the boy on the tree, right? Here it's a little bit more, to me, it's a little bit more about like head and heart space, right? And not being stopped or blocked by your head space, right? By your doubts, by self-sabotage. So to me, this is opening the door to making a decision finally, without overthinking it, essentially not doing anything because you're still thinking, right? This is like turning that drive, that passion into action. That's what we are bringing in. And yeah, action could come directly from the masculine or it can come from somebody else, but it means progress. So bringing in progress instead of just wishful thinking. The potential outcome. For feminines, we have Nine of Wands clarified by Queen of Pentacles. This is going into unknown territory in terms of either the home situation or it can be business and mission as well. starting something completely new, right? Especially since we are light workers, right? It could be exploring your gifts in a practical way. I don't know, maybe you haven't used your psychic skills in helping others, and now you're starting to do that, and you're seeing how that unfolds and how you can see it as a method of your own. Like, how can you make it work, right? Maybe you used those skills, like, or you've received messages for yourself before, and now you can see when you're interacting with someone, you can see messages for them as well. It's a little scary, but it's definitely unfolding of new power for divine feminines, right? And establishing yourself in that power. For masculines, we have the Lovers, clarified by 5 of Wands. We are excited about the Lovers card. It's not my favorite Lovers card, I would say. There's a lot going on here, including the stuff underneath her dress, including these things instead of the heads, right? And last but not least, we have 5 of Wands, right? Which is chaos and interference from others. It can also be paying too much attention to what others think, right? So this, to me, the outcome, the potential outcome, is to stop worrying too much about how this is going to play out exactly and what will others think. Both if they know that we're together, and when they, or if they have to find out that we're not together anymore, right? Especially could be an issue if you have common group of friends, right? Or, you know, you two have been friends for a while, and that kind of implies that you also have a common group of friends, right? So how's that gonna go? It's just to put those fears behind. And now messages for divine feminines as far as the love goes, and what do they need to know, how the connection unfolds at this time. 4 of Swords, clarified by King of Swords. Wow, this is a lot about realization of how the way that the events have unfolded made perfect sense, and it's very logical. Maybe it didn't feel like it, like even the order of events. I'm hearing the order. It could be between different relationships even, right? And maybe you were questioning, like, why did that relationship end like this? So why did that happen with me? You know, and now you understand that those lessons needed to unfold in a certain way for this current soulmate or twin flame to be able to come in, and for the two of you to have solid foundation together, right? This is, you know, meditation could actually help a lot with seeing this more clearly, with getting these messages. So be open to the message. That's what I would say. Masculines in love. 5 of Wands again, clarified by Queen of Swords. So we have King of Swords for the feminines, Queen of Swords for the masculine. Yeah, so for the masculine, we also see that the truth is coming in about what's real, what's not, and how much choices in love of the masculine were guided by the society or by the friend group, right? Which, if you think about it, it's ridiculous, right? You're deciding to be with someone and not to be with them, or to go into a certain step, take a certain step in a relationship or not, say certain things or not, just because you're thinking, like, what would my friends say? Pretty much, right? Like, it's ridiculous, but it happens. And sometimes, that's why sometimes it's important to say those things out loud, or to journal, because that's when that kind of truth can come in for people who don't necessarily, who aren't ready to go that deep with themselves consciously, right? This could be an uncomfortable truth to admit to. But they're admitting to it. They're seeing the truth. And it's helping free up to doing what they feel is right, not what seems to be right or what others will see as correct. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. This reading is long enough already. I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, I keep uploading videos to the Mindful Bamboo channel for September. There are 3 signs there already, and I'll continue publishing today. Love you all.